But yes, the royal bloodline from the Lord. The Lord was from David's line, and David was a kingly line, a Davidic line. I'm from the line of David. But you look at the royal lines today, this European royalty, they're not even human. They're lizards. That's one of the reasons they were killing Princess Diana, because she was telling her friends they're not even human. What do you think about David Icke, Arizona Wilder, and the video Revelations of a Mother Goddess? I'd like to see that video. I've never seen it. Would like to see it. Dave Icke, a bit out there for me. I'd like to see, simply because Arizona Wilder is giving her own testimony on this video, my Revelations of a Mother Goddess. Can you explain in depth to make this clear? Broke the covenant and changed the ordinance. What does this mean? Thanks. Change the ordinance. I'd have to look at that clearer myself. I know he changes the times and the laws and the seasons, because he's gonna. As we're looking at a world conquest of Islam, folks. He's gonna be throwing everything just to establish Islam all over the world. Since finding your website a little over a week ago, I've been making orgone blasters. That's such fun. My husband wants to know if there's a meter that can test the effectiveness of it. Yeah, if you're one of those electrician type guys or whatever, there's some kind of energy meters that will detect the energy off of orgone blasters. How can I learn to do Bible codes myself? You don't have 10 years to put into them. I wouldn't even start it. Feast, Jewish New Year. Jewish New Year begins in Rosh Hashanah, the Feast of Trumpets, not Atonement, Yom Kippur. That's the way the churches preach it in the Talmud, but I think the accurate way is that it does begin on Yom Kippur. Rule of thumb, whenever they do something on the Talmud, do the opposite. Same question on Glenn Beck and John Hagee, same person. I could answer that one. What is the distinction between the serpent seed lines who believe in Yahushua and repent and therefore are saved, and those who cannot be redeemed? The ones who cannot be redeemed are the angels that Satan, like I've told you in my one article, Angels in the Flesh, where the Lord can bring in his own angels and put them in born as human flesh. Satan can do that too. Satan can put his own generals, his own followers from the past, in human bodies today to serve as his frontline warriors. Are the deceived sons of Ishmael separate from the serpent seed line? Are they more like unbelievers in apostate Christianity? That's basically more along the lines. Anybody, folks, it doesn't matter who you are, the Lord's salvation is open to all. But what you'll find is that these tares that have grown amongst us and humans being the wheat and these alien children being the tares, they're just so they're psychopathic. Look at George Bush. Look at George Bush. He's psychopathic. He's schizophrenic. And that's pretty much dominant traits how these serpent seed children are. These alien seeds. I found it interesting in the fact that George Bush is schizophrenic. So he is saying what he is experiencing. He says God talks to him. I wouldn't call it God, but he could refer to them as the voices. Did see that come up in codes about 2 weeks ago, crossing his name that he is schizophrenic. First time I've ever seen it pop up on anybody's code in the Bible codes too. And so definitely an ambassador, a pawn for Satan's on earth, George Bush. Other pawns and ambassadors are all of them: Dick Cheney, Hillary Clinton, Tony Blair, Benny Hinn, Copeland. I can go through the whole shebang of who's in America and Britain. They're all pawns of Satan. And narcissism is a big quality trait of theirs too. They're narcissistic, where they have to fake human emotions because they can't drag them up if they try to. Another characteristic of George Bush, where you have to fake human emotions because you're just narcissistic. You could kill somebody and then go eat dinner. You could care less. That's the type of attitude that they have. A lot of people have a lot of information on more of these types. Rick does over at his site, stargods.org. You can go over there and read some of his articles over there. Rick has a lot of good info on his site about the whole serpent seed and the qualities and traits they possess. Doing all we can as fast as we can, but limited time and resources to prepare. Seems like too much left to do. Yeah, I know. What is your best guess as to how much time we have left to get ready? Just a couple of months, thank you. Like I've been saying, watch for the arrival of Maitreya. Watch for his arrival. And when he arrives, that's it. he is coming after the Christians. And so that's basically the starting point. Here it is. The nickname we came up for Ahmadinejad. It's Ahmadinejad. Ahmadinejad. Yes, I like that one. Or Mini Jihad. I'm a ding job. Three of them. I'm a ding job. That's probably the easiest to pronounce. For Ahmadinejad, the leader in Iran. Yeah, thanks for sending those over. Somebody on my list paying attention. That's funny. And like I said, if you have a question for the show, you send it to SherryTalkRadio, Yahweh.com. Some of you are starting out in research, and I'm not just going to brush off questions, but some of them are so deep. I mean, how do you tell somebody, look, there's two different creations, there's two, Genesis 1 and 2, you go back to a lot of things. I haven't seen, still getting off questions here for a little bit, and exactly the things coming up for October, folks. It still looks pretty quiet to me. I know a lot of people getting jumpy, thinking October 12th that Iran is going to do something to make their answer very well known, whether they're going to give up or stop their nuclear program or not, and they think that they're going to make it with a resounding answer, as in nuking several cities, to make it clear that there is no mistake, that they're not going to stop or give up their nuclear program, and they'll just make their answer known by bombing several cities. I don't know. One thing that does strike me is, because I know last week I said, if 1 minute it looks like Maitreya and Iran and Bush, they're all in bed together, the next minute it looks like they're all enemies. They are allies. And so whatever is going on between a ding job in Iran, I'm a ding job in Iran, yeah, that's it, and Bush, the White House squatter here in America, they are allies. They're buddies. They're in this together. And so whatever conditions they need, Bush is going to help them out, and they're going to help us out. I think this Iran guy has replaced Putin, because Putin was originally Bush's go-to guy. They had this agreement years ago where one of them was going to accidentally hit the button, and 4 nukes from Russia was going to come over and nuke 4 American cities, and then in retaliation, Bush was going to nuke 4 of his, because it helped offset some things that they needed. Because their eventual goal, folks, is to destroy the world, get rid of 5.5 billion people. So they don't really care how many cities they take out here and there. They want to get their own agenda going. Make a long story short, Putin and Bush are no longer really buddies. And so now Bush has found one with Ahmadinejad, Ahmadinejad in Iran. He's found his buddy. And so we could look at some kind of a mutual self-destruction type thing going with Iran now, that they had originally had with Russia, that we now just have with Iran. So I don't understand why they would do it now when they've got this peace process thing going in the 26th. Would that help them one way or the other, or would it stall talks in the Middle East? It could distract Americans to the point where we're not involved, even though it is a U.S.-sponsored peace treaty.